and welcome to another adventure. I'm going to do one of my favourite little routes in Suffolk today. Well, it starts in Suffolk, strays a little bit into Essex, and then finishes up in Suffolk. And so this is what I call my Krazy TTT run, because it starts at Krazy Horse Motorcycles in Bury St Edmunds, and then heads south towards Sudbury via a few lanes in Essex and Suffolk along the way, and then ends up at TTT Motorcycles in Sudbury. I've talked about Krazy Horse quite a bit in my previous videos. It's a nice shop. It's not really a sort of an adventure bike shop, it's more of a custom bike shop. They sell Indians and MV Augustas and such, but they also do sell Fantics, you know, so they do sell sort of dirt bikes. Oh, hang on a minute, I best get the map up. Right, so more on that in a second. Right, so this is the first lane we're going to go down today. Hopefully the grass isn't too wet and treacherous. Yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to do this route from Krazy Horse to TTT, taking a few lanes along the way, and then I'll figure out somehow of sticking up the GPX route somewhere, and then you can come and do this route with your mates one fine day, or even a piss pouring it down day if you want. And yeah, I think it's worth the trip out. Something to come and do. Yeah, grass is still a little bit wet. Yeah, I wanted to come and do this sooner rather than later, because it's one of those lanes that gets quite overgrown and you spend half your day battling with the bushes. And only time I like battling with the bushes maybe when I meet some Fräulein in Germany, but beyond that I'd rather not. Oh, I picked a lovely morning for this. You know, it's early June, the temperatures for me are just right, it's not too hot, it's quite cool in fact at the minute. I mean, what time is it? It's coming up towards 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's just perfect time to be out on the bike, cruising around these lovely lanes and lovely picturesque villages. What's not to like? Now, the vast majority of this route, 99% of it, is suitable for a novice rider on an adventure bike with, well, I mean, I'd say you're better off with 50/50 tyres, but if you haven't, you know, you're in more 80/20, you might get away with it. It's just if it's wet. I mean, this section here, I did a club ride down here on my 450, and I had a brand new Mitas XT 754 on the back, and I came down here absolutely no problem. Flew down it, in fact, you might say. But the guy I was with, his rear tyre was a bit worn, and it was a bit of a struggle for him because it was really, really muddy. But it's absolutely bone dry at the minute. You've just got to be careful of the wet grass at this time of day until it dries out a bit. Yeah, so it's a good route to come with your mates. You know, if you're not massively confident riding on your own off-road, and you could easily do this route in an evening as well, I reckon. You know, after work, you know, maybe just get over to Krazy Horse for a brew before it closes in the evening, and then just make your way over to TTT. They do have a late night closing at TTT. I think it's a Monday night. If you check out their Facebook page or their website, you'll find that out. But yeah, which I think is a brilliant idea, especially in the summer. Yeah, I can really feel the bike squirming underneath me, wanting to move around, because because the grass is wet. I haven't. Oh, gear Michael. I haven't turned the ABS off, but that's not too much of an issue. Right, little stream, nothing to worry about here, it's quite shallow. Yeah, you can see it's quite close in places with a vegetation this time of year. But it's a nice challenge, it's a nice route. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily want to come and do this on my 450 too often because it's just a bit simple on a CRF 450. Mind you, most things are because it's such an awesome bike, but yeah, just add something doing this on an adventure bike. What I love about riding this time in the morning as well, you get to see a bit more of the wildlife because there's not a lot of human activity about, so I'm just taking it cautious around there on the wet grass. It's just easy, so easy to lose your front end. Letting the engine do all the work, not spin up the back wheel too easily. Oh, I mean, this is it is gorgeous. Middle fiddle, I reckon. I'm gonna go over here to the left, actually. There is a sort of security in a rut that you're already at rock bottom. You can't go any lower. That's another one done. Nice. And we're going left. Lovely. I mean, most of the roads on this route are really nice as well. Actually, just good roads to be out on an adventure bike. I mean, you wouldn't want to come down here ever on a sports bike, but on a T7, absolutely glorious. Buzzards are circling over there. Oh, I don't want to be in this rut here. Let's get over there. Yeah, I think this route's about 55 miles long in total, not including the extra bit to the adventure bike shop. So, you know, it's a fairly shortish route, but you could make it last forever if you're sort of stopping and taking photos and, you know, farting about as you do. Or even, you know, people talking about this, but, you know, certainly as a mountain biker I would do it all the time, and that's to sort of session a bit of trail. And just if there's something that you want to practice, like a river crossing or an ascent of a climb, you know, that's quite technical, and yeah, it'd be good to, you know, it's good to session a bit of trail every once in a while and just get your eye in and practice those skills. I was talking to a friend yesterday actually, and he was saying, oh, you know, could do some tips. And I said, look, just get out and ride your bike. You know, that's the best thing. You can watch a few things on YouTube and learn how to ride a bike, but you just get out and ride. That's the best thing. Lovely. So been loving and riding the T7 round. It's been a good investment. I didn't think I'd ever go back to an adventure bike after I sold my Tiger, but I've really loved this so far. It's been fantastic, in fact. can you not enjoy this? Wonderful. Lovely horse. Right, I'm just going to fold my mirrors in for this next bit because I seem to remember last time it was a bit overgrown. So this bit might be muddy. It's certainly steep. Yeah, it is. It's looking a little muddy. Yep, it's muddy. But not a problem for the Motor's rails. So it's quite a technical lane, this one. This is probably the only bit that you might struggle with if you're not too... Jesus Christ, branches everywhere. You're not too used to riding off-road and certainly riding in a bit of slop. Oh, here we go, more branches. Starting to get overgrown now. Don't take long, does it? Oh, false neutral, Michael. Glorious. Oh, I love that bit. And you come out to this amazing view. What more could you want? So hopefully there's some drone pictures just come on screen there. Just trying out the new drone. It's a nice little road section, this bit. It's like I say, it's not really my cup of tea riding on the road, but this is a lovely lane. Yeah, it's just glorious around here. Beautiful remote countryside. Get on your bike and come and have a look around this part of Suffolk. I'm sure you'll love it. Right, so just heading down towards the river and then back up the hill and into Glemsford. So Glemsford's quite nice little villages. Quite a nice little village. There's a couple of shops there, you know. There's a chippy, hairdressers if you want to stop and get your mop cut while you're here, but there isn't a petrol station, so you definitely want to start this ride with some fuel, because probably don't come close to a petrol station until we get to Sybil Hedingham later on. Like I say, it's only 55 miles though, but if you're doing it on a smaller trail bike, going up here, this car is. Yeah, so from Glemsford you then make your way down towards Cavendish and then pick up a trail sort of the other side of Cavendish and Pentlow, which is where we do the Essex stretch. That's when we head across the border, across the Stour and into Essex. It's a sort of left right here. across the Stour and into Essex. So this is Cavendish, beautiful little village, beautiful. So here's the Stour. And this is Essex. So this lane that we're going to go up here, it's got a seasonal TRO on it. You see there from the sign. And sometimes its access here is a bit blocked because someone keeps coming tipping crap there. But for bikes, it's not a problem at all. The only issue is some of the seasonal TROs in Essex have got these gates that, so you can ride them on a bike, but you can't get through though because of the gates, because there are these gates that are sort of open but have got a step thing that you have to get your bike over, which, you know, it's quite easy on the CRF, but if you've got a you know, fairly biggish adventure bike, then it's a bit of an issue. I haven't done anything to the suspension yet on this, and actually it's performed better than I thought it was going to, because of all the sort of reviews and stories you hear about how lacking the suspension is on the T7, but for what I've done, it's been fine. I think I will get the Rally Raid sort of upgrade bits, you know, the rear spring and the internals, and I think you can do that for about 500 quid. So I think for that price it's worth it, but beyond that I don't think I really need it. You know, if I'm going to ride somewhere and it's mega technical, then I'll just take the CRF. Nice. Okay. Oh god, indicator's been on. I'll have to stop and give myself some press ups in a minute. Yeah, so if you want, you could turn left here and then just miss out this loop. Obviously we're not going to do that. I mean, North Essex, well, Essex I guess, has got such a bad rap, you'd never think that it, you know, parts of it were as amazing as this. Not from the hype anyway. So this is the main drag in Sybil Hedingham, and those that have been here before, that used to be where Jim Ames was, Jim Ames KTM, but he's now moved to Braintree, which is a shame. So obviously this is the first garage that we've passed for fuel. So there's a couple here in Sybil, a nice chippy there actually. So it's a good stop point, some shops and a bit of gas. Yeah, so this next road we take is it is just a normal road, it's not an unclassified road or anything. not suitable for HGVs. Look, I mean, I've never seen a road like it. It is in a hell of a state. Yeah, it's probably one of the most technical lanes what you do on this route. Hard left here. Yeah, hard left at the top. Yeah, I like that lane. Beautiful. This is Essex. Right, so we've just got a couple more lanes to go, and then we're in Sudbury. Just left, just here. Yeah, this is. Just wait till you see this. I mean, whoa. I've ever known that gate to be closed. Yeah, it's pretty magical down here, I think. See all the tiles and bricks and stuff. These are the old ovens. So you can see all the bricks up there that are drying. Unbelievable. It literally is like something from a Dickens novel. Great spot for a photo, although not for me today. I'm on a promise. Well, not that kind of promise, just a promise that I'm going to be in the shit if I'm not back in time. That would be too much to ask to be on that kind of promise. Bike ride and then, you know, it's not going to happen, is it? That would be too good. Get a bit muddy on this section in winter. See, this time of year it's not so bad. I do love a friendly dog walker. Right, so that's it, last lane done. So this brings you out in a little village called Middleton, which is just on the edge of, sort of south-western edge of Sudbury. And you just, you know, a mile tops from TTT here. obviously coming in for a brew, so we'll go in and have a quick look. Might even treat myself to a bit of cake and a coffee. There is a car park round the back, but hardly anyone ever parks there. They tend to park on the road just here, which is what I'm going to do because I'm predictable like that. Yeah, so they've got, you know, proper toilets and you know, some sofas and tables and that where you can sit. And it always used to annoy me, like when I was down in Kent, you'd go to Paddock Hill, Paddock Wood, whatever it was, motorbikes, and you'd get there and it was a crap cup of coffee, nowhere to sit, nowhere to put your helmet or anything like that. Yeah, so this is TTT. So cafes over there, and then this is where obviously the rest of it's all just bikes and gear. They do have the odd new bike, but generally it's sort of older bikes, and you know, old Ducatis there, look, and some sort of trail bikes here. They do sell the odd new one, but generally it's the older things. That's quite nice, isn't it? DR600, XT500. Yeah, something for everyone. Right, let's get a brew.
Right.
Heel.
Right.
Hello. Right, so it's a quick stop. Like I said, I'm on a promise. Told my wife won't be out too long. It's a nice day. Right, who wants a bonus lane? Hands up if you want a bonus lane. Yeah, let's go and do that. Sudbury's a really nice town actually, so if you are this way and you've got time to kill, lots of history and medieval buildings, and there's a one-way sort of system around the centre of town, so you can't go straight on here, but if down there is the sort of town centre, so you'd have to follow the one-way loop all the way around to get back to it. Opposite the church is the Codfather, and trust me, that is an amazing chippy, well worth a visit. So if you are in the area and you want a bag of chips, nice bit of fish, the Codfather, oh, they're good. So this is Long Melford. If you carry straight on down this road, you'll come into onto what's called Hull Street, which is like the main high street in Long Melford. There is a high street in Long Melford, but it's not where the shops are, weirdly. Yeah, it's called Hull Street. So straight along down there is down this road is Hull Street, where all the shops are, pubs, you name it. You won't get fuel though. You'd want that in Sudbury. But it's a beautiful, beautiful village, Long Melford. Really historic. There's Melford Hall and Kentwell Hall. Some beautiful old buildings. So we've just come down Station Road. This is Southgate Street now, and we're going to take this next right here onto Roman Way to find this this bonus lane. It's an unclassified road actually. It's not a byway. And it's actually more fun in the winter, strangely enough, because it's, you know, just a bit more of a challenge when it's wet and there's water flowing down the stream. yeah, you get a lot of walkers in this bit, so yeah, just need to be a bit careful. Okay, and this is it here, down this riverbed, or stream bed. It will be quite overgrown, generally is. There's an option there, you can go off to the left there. The road does go up that way as well. I'm going to get up through here. Yeah, and then it branches off to the left, look, and you take this bit here. And you wouldn't get up that bit anyway, so it's fairly obvious. And just follow it round to the left. Just something a bit different, I think, to keep going to Thetford. And on the adventure bike, they're quite enjoyable. I was coming down here on my mountain bike once, and I thought a plane was about to crash in this field, but it's a private landing strip. Acton Place Industrial Estate and Inca Business Park. I mean, obviously if you look for the so cafe's just there, it's obviously closed because it's a bank holiday. Yes, forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, good cafe. And I don't expect that the adventure bike shop will be open today. They tend to close when it's a holiday. Oh, mind you. See the Range Rover. Oh no, they're not open, but someone's in there. So that's the adventure bike shop on this little industrial estate. It is worth a trip. It doesn't look much from outside, but they have got a hell of a lot of stock in. Obviously they'll be at like the Adventure Bike Festival and all that, but it's worth a visit. Well, thanks for coming along for the ride today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed it. It's been a great few hours on the bike. It's just a nice, perfect little route for when you want to just something fairly quick to do. It's not a million miles, you know, it's only about 55 miles, so it is a nice route. And it fits perfectly with the two bike shops. You know, you can pop into Krazy Horse, TTT, even the adventure bike shop as well. It's definitely sort of beginner and big bike friendly, as you've seen. Nothing too technical at all on this, just a little bit of mud, so you'll get away pretty much with any tyre, I reckon, as long as it's dry and you're brave enough. I will stick the GPX file somewhere, probably in the description. It seems an obvious place to put it. So thanks for coming along for the ride. Maybe see you out on the trail soon, but hopefully see you back on the channel for an adventure soon. Bye for now.